Welcome back to the J. Robinson Intensive Camp's Black Hat interview series. Again, I'm Garrett Garnis, and today for the 7th interview in our series, we're actually going to be speaking with Spencer Woods, who is a senior wrestler at Kotzebue High School in Kotzebue, Alaska, and a Black Hat winner from our 14-day Pennsylvania intensive camp. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. We actually couldn't get quite fast enough internet connection up in Alaska, so we're going to be recording this call instead. So Spencer's on the other line here with us. Spencer, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty great. How are you doing?
Good. I'm doing great myself. So thanks for taking the time out of your day to speak with us. Now, I guess good. So I guess we'll get right into the questions here. So in case some of you don't know, Alaska's wrestling state high school tournament is actually much earlier than really anywhere else in the country, and this year's tournament was held 3 weeks ago in Alaska. So Spencer, tell us about your experience at this year's state tournament and how'd you finish?
My experience at the state tournament this year was I'm just going to say amazing. I mean, it's very happy and very grateful to be able to be a part of such a talented and hardworking team. And when you're just in that atmosphere, I mean, there's not too many things are better than that. So, and I ended up winning, pinned my way to the finals, and won my match in the finals. So it was all good stuff.
Yeah, good. That's awesome. Great to hear. Well, congratulations on that. So talk about wrestling and winning the state title at 152 last year, and then doing the same at 170 pounds this year. What was like the biggest difference for you between wrestling at those two different weights?
Wrestling and winning state at 152 was my first time winning, so it was a dream come true. I mean, everyone sort of wants that goal to become a reality. So I cannot have done it without my coaches, of course, Mark Lane, Rod Aiken, and Marcy Van Dusen Lane. They all took a lot of times out of their lives, and they all put in a lot of work and a lot of care for the program. So once again, I'm very lucky and very grateful to be a part of it. So, and same deal this year. I mean, nothing has changed. Every time I go on the mat, I tell myself that my opponent is nameless and faceless. I don't care who I wrestle or what my opponent has done. I treat every match the same.
That's awesome. Good. Yeah, I mean, and that's what you have to do, right? I mean, obviously high school, when you're going up and down a lot of weight classes, that is how you have to approach it. Just, every match is the same match, and you just got to go out and wrestle your style. So that's good to hear. So tell us about living in your hometown of Kotzebue, Alaska. What's it like to live up there? And I'm sure not a lot of people know what it's like to live up there. So, what kind of challenges does it present in your life and really in wrestling too?
There's a lot of factors that can come into, just your daily life. I mean, right now we just about have like 24-hour darkness. Well, not really. We have like an hour of daylight, but I mean, we have funny things like that, and we'll get a lot of blizzards and a lot of snow that makes it hard just making it just across town. I mean, you can't see the hands in your face, so you get just things like that to sort of overcome. And also other factors like cold temperatures. I mean, sometimes it gets down to like -50 below zero. So other things like that. I mean, just stepping out the door, I mean, you just have to be ready. So making it to the mat, I mean, you're forgetting about all of the other things. I mean, you're just sort of getting away from everything and don't need to worry about too much. So it's a pretty good deal.
That's really cool. So, you mentioned all these blizzards and things that you get. I mean, obviously travel has got to be pretty tough. I mean, how far away do you have to go for wrestling practices and stuff like that, or how long does it take you to get there? Or, I mean, can you explain that a little bit?
Oh yeah. It doesn't take much. I mean, Kotzebue is just it's on a peninsula. It's pretty much it feels like an island, just about just ice just surrounds the whole town. I mean, you can't really see anywhere else. I mean,
Yeah.
and so everything's pretty close. I mean, I live about a mile away from the school, and I live on the outskirts of town. So
Okay.
so I
So
take a snowmobile to school every day. So it's pretty nice. I just drive on the streets with the rest of the cars. It's not a strange thing to see. Everyone
yeah,
does
and
it.
that's just average up there.
That's just average. I mean, I'm riding a snow machine. I have my classmates on top of polar bears. I mean, it's just a normal day.
There you go. Cool. So what is, getting back a little bit to wrestling here, what is one wrestling skill that you've really worked your hardest on improving?
By far, I would say double leg, like blast doubles. I've been working on trying to get a nice blast double since my freshman year, and I've never really been able to get it in an actual match until my senior year at the state tournament. I finally started getting pretty consistent on getting some nice blast doubles in matches. So that's sort of a nice reward to give yourself after a lot of work putting in.
Yeah, no kidding. That's a long time. So kudos to you on continuing to work on that. That's cool.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah. So what would you say is the most important quality that a wrestler needs to have in order to be successful?
Successful. All right. A lot of people will see success differently. I mean, for some, maybe going to every practice is being successful, and to others, winning a few state titles is successful. And like I said, everyone's different, and the price for success is different for everyone. But through my experience, confidence has been a major factor in separating me from losing matches to controlling and dominating matches. I know probably sounds a little cliche, and every wrestling coach tells their athletes to have confidence and to be confident, but when you're not confident, that sounds really hard to sort of do and understand, and to some maybe even sound impossible. But to me, confidence is knowing that I can and will push myself to the very limits and going beyond them. It's knowing that I truly don't care who my opponent is and what he has done. Like I said earlier, I can wrestle with anybody, win or lose. The longer I've been in the sport, I've realized, and I tell myself that I train hard. I train for long durations of times, and I train smart, and probably most importantly, I don't train to lose. So that telling yourself that gives you some confidence.
Yeah, definitely, and rightfully so. I mean, coming out to our JROB camp, and it teaches you to really have that confidence and build that confidence within yourself. So, if you could,
big time. That's
yeah, perfect.
JROB was a big influence on that.
Yeah. Well, cool. So explain a little bit about why did you decide to attend the J. Robinson Intensive Camp again last summer after you had already gone to the 28-day camp in 2013, and how did your experience at camp really help you?
Going into JROB in 2013, I was just coming out of my freshman year, and I didn't have too great of a freshman year. Nothing special. I mean, I went 0-2 at the state tournament and stuff like that. Just about every big tournament I went to, I just went 0-2. And after going to JROB, I mean, I came back, started winning a lot of matches, and for a lot of the season, I was ranked third in the state and ended up finishing fourth at state.
Mhm.
So that's just coming after just out of JROB. That was just a really big change. So off of first-hand experience, I was able to see a lot of improvements. So from my transition from my freshman year to my sophomore year,
Mhm.
and looking back at that this past year, I was confident in signing up for the JROB again. I mean, it's a great program and a lot of good stuff. So I mean, that was sort of a no-brainer, really.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. I mean, and so that's good to hear. You know, when you had gone to the 2013 camp and then you wanted to come to the 2014, did you expect to win the black hat at camp this past summer, or was that kind of a surprise to you?
I came into camp confident with my work ethic. I knew what I was getting into this time, and I was expecting the counselors and my camp buddies to push me. And everyone wants that black hat, but to get it, I had to focus on the process and not the outcome. So like what they say in camp, take it day by day, beat the day, and practice by practice. I mean, you can't just tell yourself, I want a black hat. I mean, you have to focus on the here and now. So saying that and using that was really, that's how I got it.
Nice. Cool. So definitely, that's definitely the way you have to look at it. So, tell me about, your wrestling career here in the future. Are you planning on continuing that, or what are your thoughts?
As in, like this semester, this spring, or am I gonna go on into college?
Yeah. Yeah, whether it be into college, however you want to kind of approach it. I mean, what are your thoughts on wrestling here in the future, whether it be college or in the summer or anything?
And I was lucky enough to my one of my coaches, Marcy Van Dusen Lane. She's on the Olympic committee with Coach Kerry McCoy over at the University of Maryland.
Okay.
And I was able to sort of see the campus last summer and spend the afternoon with Coach McCoy. And so I had a great experience, and I really enjoyed my time in Maryland. And we've kept in touch. And by the end of this month, I'll get the letters saying if I get in or not. And so it's looking pretty concrete. So I'm looking forward to it.
That's awesome. Congratulations, man. Hopefully, everything works out there. So,
thank you.
Yeah. So one more question I have to ask, living up there in Alaska, and this will be the last question, but what are some of the hobbies that you enjoy doing outside of wrestling up there in Alaska?
Is this in season or out of season?
Both.
Okay, well, in season, I'm packed. I mean, I'm waking up at 6 a.m. And I have a full schedule until 9:30 at night. So I'm not, I don't stray too far from school and wrestling.
Okay.
But out of season, I mean, that's the good stuff. I mean, I'm hunting, I'm trapping, I'm fishing, snowmobiling, I'm boating, I'm ice fishing. I mean, it's just a lot of outdoorsy stuff. I mean, it doesn't get better than that.
For sure. That's cool. Well, best of luck here in your future, both wrestling and really in life too. Great job answering my questions, and congratulations again on the black hat here this last summer, and hope you have a great rest of your day.
All right, yeah, you too. Thank you so much.
Yep. Thanks, Spencer.